What is up, everybody? Silververse TV here today. I want to talk about the new trailer the Nintendo just released about the Pokemon Gigantamax forms. They showed off the new forms of Charizard, Pikachu, Eevee, Meowth, and Butterfree as well. I just want to talk about the trailer and events that led up to the trailer. So I scroll on Twitter and I see that Charizard is trending, and I'm wondering why is Charizard trending. And not only that, but I follow Game Explain as well, and they pretty much showed like I guess it's an article from a magazine that's in Japan, and it showed like all the Gigantamax forms beforehand. So it's kind of weird because it's like if you watch this trailer, you probably already knew what happened already. So it's like that's like I didn't want to do a trailer reaction because I already knew what was going to be in the actual trailer. So, but yeah, these new forms are. It's like none of these forms I really like that much. I know people are loving these new forms, but none of the new forms I like whatsoever. So I think the first one they showed was Pikachu, and Pikachu is extremely. He's just so when he does his Gigantamax form, he doesn't just turn like a like they just regularly just get larger. He becomes like the original Gen 1 Pikachu when he's like extremely fat. Like over the years they made him a lot skinnier. They made the design of Pikachu a lot skinnier. But this has the original red and blue first generation Pikachu form, which it's like I don't really not really feeling it that much. It's like okay, they just changed about the Gen 1 for whatever reason. I mean, his effect is pretty cool. He gets to paralyze all his opponents, all the opponent Pokemon. They get paralyzed, and what's it? They get paralyzed, and it even works on ground types too, apparently. So that's pretty cool. But I'm not really feeling the design. Then they showed the Eevee one as well. It's just Eevee, but the mane of Eevee is just a lot more fluffier and it's a lot thicker and larger. So it's like I'm not really feeling that one. Then we have Charizard. I don't know. Did Nintendo forget that there's two other starter Pokemon in Gen 1? Like, why is Charizard getting so much favoritism? So he has a new form where Charizard gets larger. His wings become completely engulfed in fire. Looks almost like a Moltres. And his nails get a lot sharper, more like predator-like. So he's like more like a predator, so to say. And as he gets fire like at the tips of his ears, I think he has on his mouth as well. I'm not sure, but it's just like it's like why is Charizard getting so much favoritism? It's like is he pretty much like the mascot out of Pokemon? Like he's like the only one that they show favoritism in. It's like they don't show favoritism for pretty much any of the other ones, any of the other generations, like Blaziken and Fernape, Typhlosion. They're just all neglected. Just Charizard is the only one that gets favoritism. That's just so bizarre to me. Then Blastoise and Venusaur get like no love whatsoever either. It's like, and the new form looks okay, but it's like, why is he getting so much favoritism? It makes no sense. Next we have Butterfree, and I'm like Butterfree. Who cares about Butterfree like that? Like, does Butterfree have a huge fan base? It's just like Butterfree is just a large butterfly. I was like, it's just a butterfly. Who cares that much? I don't know, but they decided to give Butterfree a Gigantamax form. Well, it looks pretty much like he's just like a large butterfly with different color wings. It looks like they were heavily inspired by like the Godzilla movies because a lot of people was comparing it to like the Mothra. But then again, if they was comparing it to Mothra, why not actually do a Gigamax form of Mothra because she's actually a moth and Butterfree's just a butterfly? But whatever. I guess it's the same thing. I guess it's pretty much the same thing. Whatever. It's like, and oh yeah, the last one I forgot to get Meowth. So Meowth is pretty much based off of a meme called Long Cat, which is something I never heard of before. I never saw that meme before, but apparently this is an old meme from many years ago, and Nintendo just finally now just want to go on that meme. So I guess they thought people was gonna really be just laugh out loud or really be and really found it quite comical that they're doing a meme based off this. It looks stupid. Just how like the Executor, the lower one, looks stupid. Just like this just looks exactly the same. Like these ideas aren't too creative whatsoever. It's like, are they even trying to put work into their designs? Only one that looks like the best is probably like Charizard because they just added fire to it, but that's not really that creative. It's like I kind of feel I kind of feel like the vibe that they're kind of copying off Digimon too, because it's like, and people was talking about that when they were introduced to Mega forms, but now even more. Like Charizard looks pretty much almost like a Digimon he almost like a Digimon now, like with the fire attached to him. It just looks like I'm not feeling the new designs whatsoever. I looked at a few of these reaction videos and people are just like they're just loving it. I'm like, I'm not feeling these designs whatsoever. I'm not trying to be a downer either, but these designs aren't that great to me in this new Pokemon game. It's like I'm still gonna buy it day one because I love Pokemon, but these new ones, it's like it's not. They're just not as creative as they once were. Like it's just I'm just not feeling it. And then you have then there's gonna be less Pokemon in this version, which is I don't know, man. And also, what else? What was I about to say? They have, and also, where are the final evolutions for the starters? At least like the second or third form for the starter Pokemon of this generation. We haven't gotten that yet. It's like pretty much they just been focused on this Gigantamax forms. It's like, and all these different like Galarian forms of the Pokemon. Because the last one they released was the Ponyta one. I didn't even do a reaction video or a video to that one because I'm like that. I wasn't too impressed by that. Like a ghost version of Ponyta. I was like, whatever. I don't know, man. It's like they're pandering to Gen 1 a lot. Don't get me wrong, I am a huge fan of Gen 1, but it's like, come on. Y'all have other generations y'all just are just ignoring for whatever reason. Like they want you to forget I guess they want you to forget these other generations exist or what? It's like I'm still on the thing, like, why is Charizard getting so much favoritism? It's just bizarre to me. Like there's other dragon there's other dragon or other like dragon type Pokemon that just want like a huge dragon to be like the face of Pokemon. Why is Charizard getting so much love? It's like you got Tyranitar, you got or dragon looking Pokemon, you got Aerodactyl, you got Dragonite, you got so many more. And each generation has a new dragon type. So I don't know why Charizard gets so much love. It's just ridiculous. He might as well be the mascot of Pokemon now. Charizard might as well be the mascot. Like, yeah, this new trailer. I just wasn't feeling it. All the new designs and whatever. I wasn't feeling it. I just want to see like the new. I just want to see more information about the newer Pokemon. I think we're done watching all the old like Generation 1 Pokemon getting new forms. Who cares? It's like show us the new stuff. It's like show us the new Pokemon. It's like that's all I want to talk about, man. I'm getting tired of seeing the Gen 1 over and over again. How many times are you gonna rehash the same thing? Let's rehash the same. How many forms of Charizard are gonna get? Like Charizard has like at least like 5 forms. It's like he has at least like 5 different variations of Charizard. It's enough. Enough is enough already. Like, jeez. Then Pikachu. There's like multiple versions of Pikachu now. It's like, can you get something new? Some new Pokemon? That's all I'll be buying again to see the actual new stuff. I guess this is my analysis video that turned into a rant. So I guess because yeah, I'm just tired of seeing the same old, same old. It's like this is a new game in a new region, but we're still seeing the same old Pokemon from Gen 1 being rehashed in some way or some form. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I know a lot of people might not agree with them, but those are my thoughts. Comment down below on how you feel about this new trailer. Leave a like if you like the video, and as always, thanks for watching and peace.